Hello and welcome back to HOI4. This is Black Prince Gaming and we're here today on another mod. This is Red Flood. I believe the basic premise of this mod is that rather than just being a Russian revolution in during the First World War, there's revolutions that occur all across the world. So you can see we've got the German Socialist Republic, we've got avant-garde France, which is basically a counter-revolutionary group. The United Kingdom, as you see, is state conservative but a lot more unrest, and yeah, essentially there's a lot more unrest across the world, a lot more splits up of states. You see a lot more states in the east here as people have revolted against rule. But yes, so today I am going to be playing as Russia. I don't exactly know what that translates to, obviously the last bit we're in Russia, but the law for this nation, let's just have a quick look. So they are basically after the War of 1905, with the Russian managed to take the important territorial gains in northern Manchuria, the 1919 revolution, a failure, and the dictatorship of Kalash Supreme and Romanian Republic and socialists retreated to the Far East, where they created their own rump democratic state, signing a peace with the empire. Even with its dysfunctional system that has now allowed rise to all kinds of extremists, Russia is still a beacon of democracy in East Asia, but for how much longer? Okay, so we are the Russian government then, that sort of remained like a democratic government following the failed revolution. So we hold all of this land, which was acquired after the Battle of 1905 against the Japanese. So anyway, let's go ahead and head on in. I haven't actually played this mod before, so I'm not 100% sure on how much content there will be, but this is one of the interesting nations according to the Asian tab, so we will give it a look. I'm assuming, based on what I've heard, or based on what I've seen from just that, there will be probably a chance to expand out and take back Russia, maybe even to sort of conquer Asia, but yeah, we'll have to have a look. There's all the different mod team, lots of people have worked on this. Welcome to Red Flood. Okay, so here's a bit more lore if you wanted to learn a little bit more. I did just sort of read through a bit of this as a summary just to get sort of familiar with the mod, but yeah, we are just awaiting things to happen, I guess. There's the focus, okay. I was just like, please don't tell me I've come into this game and there's not actually a focus tree. Okay, the UI, I don't particularly love it, but we'll get on with it. Okay, so I'll do the basic setup of my nation. It looks like there was only one real focus we can go down, and then obviously the rest of this will be fairly basic, I imagine, yeah. Oh, we already have this, so that's great. We'll go ahead and do dispersed industry, because I do want to try and push for an expansionist game. Now, if you're expanding, dispersed industry tends to work better, I believe. That may be some very outdated info, but that's what I've always known it as, so that's what I'm going to stick with. But yeah, I'll set up my factories and everything, and then I will have a look and see what we're going to do with the mod. I have to say, the UI is growing on me. It feels very like a Great Gatsby-esque, like, you know, the Roaring 20s kind of era, which I guess if everything fell apart just after the First World War, then that is kind of the main era that would sort of stay. But yeah, so we are just working on getting all our divisions sorted and ready wherever they can be. Let's actually go have a look. I haven't looked at what sort of navy we're dealing with. Okay. We do have a navy. Okay, do we want blockade runner, Cold War expert? Let's go with you, leader experience gain, and yeah, get you out and just training up the fleet, get them on repair priorities and everything, just so we don't just start losing stuff. As well as we probably need to assign some things to repair. Perfect. Okay. Okay, so we've done a dawn, now we do it at dusk. Okay, so this is basically pronouncing our dislike of the rest of the Russian lands, so we're sort of vying against them, I guess. Yeah, so we'll just have to sort of wait and see where this goes. Stuff looks like it's happening in Mongolia. What was that? I saw like Mongolian, Mongolians People Army against the Anhui clique. So that's actually a border nation of us. Okay, I feel like there's lots of lore things happening, but I don't really see to read them, so... Okay, so what do we want? Liberalism, accelerationism? Now what I have seen is that France is accelerationist, and if that looks more like a like fascist ideology, or like a extra... I don't know. I don't really know how to sort of describe these ideologies. But it does seem like a more aggressive ideology from the limited information I know about the mod, so that's what we're going to work towards. Although I guess here it's trying to put us to more progressivism. So I guess that's really what we should be going for. But let's go thoughts and prayers for China. So we're going to sort of show that we side more with China. Maybe this will send us in against someone like Japan. But there we go, 6 more units out. Let's go ahead, shove them into the divisions so they can continue to get in and get training up. Oh, and Japan's actually gone into a revolution itself, so they've got a lot to deal with now. We're going to go ahead and get offensive doctrine on this, as well as charismatic. Hopefully that should help our leader just be a bit better, stronger, and I imagine we're going to be want to push. Yeah, civil war, Japanese civil wars, okay. Oh, that's gone really badly for Japan. It started off quite small, but that looks like Japan is basically going. Yeah, so Japan is becoming a vanguard socialist. And of course, it wouldn't be a fun mod if there wasn't another Spanish civil war. So this is a... Oh, yeah, so this is a 5-way Spanish civil war. So you've got the Spanish Republic, you've got the National Front, so they are accelerationists, so yeah, that is like nationalism, I guess, in this world. Andalusia, anarchists. You have anarchists in Catalonia, and then is this another group of anarchists in Asturias? It is, so anarchy looks like it plays quite a role here in this mod too, so that normally tells you the major ideologies that might be fighting across the world, depending on how this works. It does look like some of the anarchists are getting crushed out, although Catalonia does look pretty strong in its position, so that'll be interesting to see which way that war ends up. And we will continue down our focus tree here. The man in the tower. Okay, so that just helps sort of break up the other parties. So you can see, yeah, we're just getting massive amounts of progressivism coming in with almost 60% already. So yeah, just a lot of government support basically for our current regime under Kerensky. Here we go, we've actually got our first warning of war here from the Great Red Brotherhood, who are like the Mongolia of this universe, I guess. So let's go ahead, grab our army, and let's shove them on the front. We have decked out the army with hopefully some decent stuff, like support equipment for some recon companies, and also some engineers, and a little bit of artillery. Oh my god, that war was very instantaneous. I'm glad I moved as fast as I did not expect that to happen so quickly. Anything we can do here that would massively help us? Oh, I mean, yeah, that seems great. Okay, we don't want to remove a factory, I don't think. No, that's fine, that's all good. Okay, the people are on the front lines, let's lower this to 4 speed, and yeah, if they're going to leave a fort tile open, let's go for it. Everyone go on the offensive, I guess. Yeah, if there's a supply hub, we want it. Well, not just we want it, we need it. I did also go for the options here on my officer corps for meticulous preparation, because planning and logistics I feel like will be very necessary if we are going to fight up in Siberia, as well as army experience gain, because you can never have a too experienced army, I guess. Like, it's always going to be good to have more experience in your armed forces. Go there. You guys are going to go there. And then yeah, let's make sure that we do have people pushing down in certain regions down here. You hold them there, okay. Very nice, very nice. Lots of war going on here. Okay, you guys need to come down there. Let's do it. Railroad everyone that can. Let's get them in, get them moving as quick as we can. Let's go for it. Do we have, are there railways that connect up these supply hubs? There are, so that's good. I don't need to work on connecting these up. Once you can grab somewhere like Cheetah, that should connect the railways up for me, so that's fine. Yeah, you go up there, let's cut them off, let's take the airports too. Actually, let's go ahead and get the Air Force involved, the limited amount that we do have. You're going to come here and just try and give us a bit of fighter cover. Okay. There you go, just keep trying to bash in wherever it's possible. Oh, a little overrun as well of some units, that's always good. Always handy, and yeah, let's try and trap this cavalry division off. Okay, this is going well. This is going well for like the start of this war. Yeah, we just need to keep making sure that we're microing our troops in and not allowing them to just get too far behind us or stab us in the back. But actually, we're heading towards their capital here, so. And let's go ahead, get the last little focus here, and OT Unity, which will remove the railway crisis, or the railway crash. We should just help our nation get back on the way. Okay, we took it, perfect. Amazing. And then the Far Eastern Slavic Republic is also justifying against us. Okay, perfect. We will turn around and now deal with you. It's a good thing that we managed to beat that war so quickly. You stay where you are, and then get everyone railroading over. We need to be ready and prepared, because like that first war, we don't know how long it will take until this sort of war kicks off. Okay, so there's a bunch of stuff we can do. Let's go down this, and that looks like it will open up a few of the other trees as well from what I've been reading. So there we go, and let's also just have our army blitz in if they can. I mean, I do wonder why these guys would declare a war when you can see the the rate that we're just smashing through their army. Okay. Okay, this is Russian reunification decisions, so let's first go down seeking international recognition, because that way it looks like we can get more more resources available to us. It looks like we are getting a good amount of steel actually in, so that's quite good. But yeah, let's go ahead and go for that recognition. Maybe we go for liberation of the motherland decisions to see what that's going to give us, but yeah, I don't see that being too crazy for us. We could up our conscription laws. I don't think we need to. Like, we're doing alright for manpower, so we'll leave that alone. Not enough manpower to fill garrisons. Okay. Hopefully we can work on that and get that sorted. That needs to be a high priority, getting garrisons. Oh, core Russian territory, yeah. Yeah, we will continue to click this button as long as it will let us. So is this specific land that we're coring, or is this just, we need to click this for everything? There we go. We'll start declaring against Siberia anyway, and we'll continue to click this button the whole time. I'm hoping this button will leave, but it doesn't look like it is. It looks like it's sticking around. So yeah, I guess that's just something that's stuck there, unless it is like one by one we core the territory. Like, have we cored more land because of that? Okay, we are, I think. That's the thing I really don't understand. Like, it doesn't look like we constantly do seem to be gaining more territory. Okay, anyway, you guys, let's push. Let's go aggressive as well where we can. Let's not mess around. There we go. Push in for any empty land. Let's take it. Shouldn't have many issues. Okay, we do seem to be getting more factories up and running as well, so clearly the coring is doing something. Probably want to look maybe to start working on an air force. Is my other thought process for this. just because we might need one as this war sort of lengthens, or as we go against sort of major Russian forces. Let's pause for the moment in time. Let's let them attack us maybe if they want to do that, and we'll get infantry expert on all of our guys. And yeah, continue to work on coring land, I guess, because it does seem to do something. I'm just not sure what. And there we go, let's get the American investment, perfect. Okay, we bypassed desert campaign. Why have we bypassed that? Which gives us Ciscaucasia. Oh, is that because they've been taken out by the all-Russian government or something? So, okay. Okay, so the Russian Civil War is definitely underway. People are fighting in a lot of areas. I'm going to continue to spam this core button and just see. It does look like it's adding more stuff. This is the confusing part, like when does it... It doesn't seem to give me like a countdown to when I should be clicking it. It just seems to core things at random almost, so... Okay, I guess we'll keep an eye on that. Oh! And the all-Russian government has now gone in against the Siberian People's Labour Directive, so I guess we should probably push along the lines as fast as we can, as aggressive as possible. Let's try and get as many points in this war as we can so we can get the peace deal, or more in the peace deal. Yeah, let's get pushing. See if we can't push straight for their capital too. That could be quite useful. Oh! Okay, it's so confusing, it just literally gives me the land. I guess we'll go straight for the next slot then. Oh, actually I probably should have checked how many units they have. 23 to 78, okay, so they're definitely going to be a very equal force. We do have Winter Expert now on our guys. Oh, the All-Russian Revolutionary Front has declared war. Okay, so we are into like a three-way war here, or, well, we're both going in against the Russian social government. So let's go ahead and let's get our guys pushing in, because it looks like we've got a load of open tiles actually, where they obviously have gone over to the other front line to fight the Russian Empire. So yeah, while we got the chance, we will try and sweep up as much land as possible, keep everyone on aggressive. Yeah, aggressive is good. Let's remove this front line that's not being used. And yeah, these guys, yeah, look at us expand into this land, that's great. How are we doing for actual cores? Do I need to start clicking the button again? Or does the button just call all Russian territory that I currently own? So like now that I'm starting to own some of this, does it start to core it? Ah, okay, so we just called Chablinsk there before our very eyes, so it does look like that is the way it seems to work. We slowly are coring stuff. And it just is purely we core as we go, so we got to click that button when we win a war sort of thing. And then we should get the cores on the land. Okay, push in, let's see if we can't make a little encirclement here maybe. How's the war actually going in terms of war score? Do we have the most? We don't. Okay, high command selection, here we go. Okay, let's go for the guy with division defense, I guess, although we did already pick someone for the high command. And let's go down single commander principle, is that what we want? Oh, offensive on Moscow. Oh, okay, so we actually didn't gain this land. Yeah, okay. So because the Russian Empire had more war score in that war, they get the land. I think that's the way this seems to work the whole time. Okay. I mean, hey, we're getting a lot of land anyway. Like, I'm quite happy with the land that we seem to have conquered. Especially as it's all core land except for the Mongolian stuff, but yeah. We will continue to core land. I guess we could just go for war against them, we don't really need the other stuff. Yeah, there we go. And we have amazing compliance in this territory. There's some sort of buff we're getting to compliance for sure. But yeah, I would take it. Not going to complain. Okay, we declared our war. We're immediately pushing in. We're even pushing in on the Caucasus Mountains, so that's obviously going quite well in our favour. Who else could be looking to go against Russia, I guess? Oh, there's a little faction here of like the former Russian states, if you see here. Ukraine, Poland, Belarus, and the Commonwealth of the Morning Star. Okay. Lithuania, getting cool with their name. But yeah, we're pushing across the front, having a few issues actually here on the mountain line, but I don't see that being too much of a problem. Let's maybe slow it down to a bit more basic pushing. Let's not go crazy with our pushing potential. But yeah, if we can do some good work down here, maybe see if we can't cut them off southwards. Okay, it looks like their army is doing a pretty good job. So why don't we hold and let's see if we can't push through in certain regions. See if we can't make some sort of encirclements or anything. Because yeah, their army is actually a lot stronger than I thought it was going to be. But we are being pushed back here in the south. Okay, it's all going to be then a battle for, well, just keeping up support really. There we go, cut off the tank. Let's try and crush the tank out now maybe. Get you guys into this tower so we can make sure that that doesn't fall. Just need to hold on to that for as long as we can while we sweep up this tank division. Yeah, you guys support attack there, maybe just try and stop the attack out and break in the pocket, but there we go, we have managed to kill that tank. Okay, that's what we need to do now. We need to continue on in that manner, you know, taking our tanks here, there, and ensuring that we keep restocking with more units so we can just sort of outscale their army. So yeah, just keep trying to push them back where we can. That's the main aim of this. It's just about making small, decisive maneuvers wherever we can. So like here, for example, can we cut this off in a nice little circle? Attacking from multiple sides, see if we can't pin this tank unit that's sort of weakened and attritioning. You know, that would be a big win. Taking out a lot of units there. Okay, we've managed to push that back, that's great. You push in there, you guys push in there. Yeah, just keep pushing for wherever we can try and find a gap or try and find a sort of place where we can break their supply. Let's get people railroading into empty towers, make sure that we're keeping these pockets open. Okay, those guys have won there, so then they got to push in. Okay, yeah, like a lot is happening just in very short spaces of time. There you go. Get you guys pushing in there, you guys railroad in, securing these supply lines. Let's do our best not to let them out, so get across there. Yeah, attack in, perfect, a good few more units taken off the board. There we go, now let's sort of wrap around here, see what we can't do, pushing in. Cutting off their supply once again. Get in there. Okay, that's really not good. Okay, they've cut off our unit, but that's fine. We have actually just reopened it there, which is amazing. Yeah, you go down there, you finish off this unit in that pocket, you finish off this motorized division, perfect work. Yeah, great. Great news, just continuing to catch their units unaware and crush them out wherever we need to. Let's go for the counter-offensive there. There you go, sweep across. Help them out in securing these tiles, yeah. Come Come on, so close. Keep these guys pinned in here. Yeah, you go help out, see if you can't extend that out even. Just basically trying to open these supply lines out as much as possible. Yeah, cutting them off, perfect. There you go, crush in from there. You guys support in as well. You're going to help it out with that attack there. One of you actually stay behind there, just keep that open. And there we go, crushed out another good group of units. Yeah, look at the casualty rate, and they are losing units fast and we are gaining units still, so that's what we really want to be working on there. Revolutionaries at home, I don't know what that does, but it looks like it gets their support over to our side, so I don't know if that's going to influence them more, sort of start affecting where they're going to sort of, well, start affecting their forces at home, see if that's going to help them surrender quicker to us. Do we have decent amounts of artillery? We do have decent amount of artillery. Is it time to maybe switch over to a couple bits of artillery per line? Let's have a look. Oh, two of them, remove one of them. Yeah, we do have the artillery to support that actually, so let's go ahead and get that done, because it would just give a bit more like power to our divisions as they try and battle here. It will obviously take a second for some of that to get into the divisions, but it does free up a lot more rifles for garrisons, as well as rifles for producing more units. So yeah, let's actually go ahead and produce a lot more. Yeah, perfect, get in there, hold that. You're going to go there as well, just see if you can't expand that out a little bit further. There we go. We've got those units, that's a good few more kills that we can maybe take. You guys keep on expanding if you can, maybe sweep down from the north towards the supply hubs. You're going to come in and see if you can't get the railroad even to link up with them. Okay, there we go, let's start looking at maybe an air force, especially as we're going to start building some more military factories soon, so we can start shoving that on aircraft. Let's go deploy a bunch more units. We'll set this to a one-time charge sort of thing, so it's not just constantly happening. There we go, new division. And let's go ahead and get this guy who's already our infantry expert actually, so let's grab him, send these guys to the front, and hopefully they can just be used to hold a little bit more ground here and there, especially as we make our encirclements. This is sort of the issue we're finding, is these gaps in the line because of the lack of units, so hopefully these guys can just be there to help hold and really expand any breaches that we got. Let's actually grab one of you and see if you can't snake down there just to cut off these units as well, because that would be quite impressive. You as well, go there, just so we've got two sort of lines, hopefully one of them will make it. And then push in there, push in there. Yeah, just push in so we can try and take the supply hub, but most importantly, let's see if we can't wrap up some units down here. Stop them getting out. Yeah, counter attack those. This would just be a real nice batch of units. Oh! Okay, what happened there? Did the Russians just like capitulate because of this lack of stability maybe? There we go, that's all nice and cored now. Or coring, should I say. And then you know what, we'll actually cancel this and we'll go straight for the focus that's going to allow us to reunify Russia. And there we go, complete the unification of Russia. Core Russian territory, and we're going to go back up here and yeah, go back to working on the Air Force. Okay, amazing. That is very, very nice. We have so many factories. What? and then we'll just shove basically all of our overflow on that, make sure we're amassing stockpiles of everything else, and there we go. We are now the Russian Republic, a lot bigger than the usual Russia as well, so we have a lot of land. Reclaim Central Asia, core Russian land, early attempts at recovery. Okay, so we're going to get some buffs basically in a bit. And yeah, continuing to build up our economy basically. Storm over Ukraine. Ukraine and its allies are preparing for war against us, citing their territorial claims on the left bank of the Dnieper. Okay, so that's our next war then. Let's go ahead and pop 3 units down. So maybe a good thing that we got a non-aggression pact with them, although I don't know if that's going to last considering everything. And who are their allies? Is it just these guys? Okay, it is, but we also should expect that maybe Finland will come in against us at some point. And then we're going to go ahead and just continue to train up armies. Basically, as long as we've got equipment to do it, we will just continue to train. So let's go ahead, do a one-time lot of those coming out of Moscow. Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead, repair our country and get ready for this next war that looks like it's on its way.